We are on.
Hello.
How good is that? Welcome. Look, I couldn't hold the level of excitement. You know I have to yell.
Absolutely.
Nick.
We've been testing microphones for an hour and still you managed to yell. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you for joining us. Episode 250,
Special
guys.
one.
It's a huge
Special one.
Nick spending some time with us. We had the big festival here in Melbourne, or Australia somewhat,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
The Australian Toy and Hobby Expo.
2025.
Yeah, where all the big names come together.
Definitely. It's a tradition very much. You know, for us retailer, every year we go and visit this show. You know, some of us go to Nuremberg. We haven't been for a few years now, but the one in Australia, we have not missed it for
Nuremberg, Shizuoka,
yeah, exactly,
and Australia.
But this one is an opportunity, I guess, for retailers to meet with either manufacturer, distributors, and I guess kick off the year.
Kick off the year. Hopefully, get to see some new faces.
Definitely.
There's definitely some faces that we only see once a year, right?
Correct.
Because they all come together. Maybe even see some new products.
Definitely.
We're lucky enough that some of our big suppliers, right? I'm talking about Tamiya. They bring some special things to these shows.
And we got very lucky this time.
Well, we're their favorite customer.
Maybe.
For sure.
I hope
sometimes.
So. Let's see. Yeah.
So we got very lucky. And they actually give us some prototype stuff, some stuff that's not even in Australia yet.
Yes.
So we'll touch base on that in
throughout
a minute.
The show. Yeah, there's two very, very nice kits that we're going to have a look at. One is already
one's already built.
Construction.
And one's still in the box, right? But Jack A will have that done. It's a long weekend. So.
Apparently in 12 hours.
Welcome, everybody.
Anyway.
So who have we got in the studio? We've got Craig. We've got Nids. Nids is here. We've got Dave White. Tony P. Hey, Tony P.
Tony P. Yeah.
We got Retro Rob, Captain S Man, Anthony.
Lots of people like.
And 9 Steps Boss Man.
Indeed.
Well.
So episode 250, I think we should have a talk about this. So it's almost 5 years since we started this live show.
Will make sense, right? Have you missed a week? Have we?
No.
Even through the challenges.
Absolutely. So it's almost 5 years that every Friday and sometime even Mondays, other days.
Thursdays.
We've done some Thursday. Anyway, we've done 250 live episodes.
Bringing the latest wares, basic tutorials, unboxings. What happens in the show, right? What? So we're bringing stuff out to the world.
Well, when something is used, coming when we want to talk about something, just informing. And I guess, for everyone listening, if you guys want to see anything at any time, you can even give us a call the day before. If we can make it happen, we will make it happen.
100%.
Right?
And special guests too, right?
And special guests.
We love having special guests on.
I think in the next 50 episodes, we will have more special guests.
100%. I think we'll have more in the next 50 than we've had in the last 250.
Now that I said that, I have to make it happen. Right? So.
Fantastic. So
let's start from our tradition.
The tradition, which is Car of the Week, which is a perfect little segue.
Absolutely.
And helps our editing.
Indeed.
So what have we got? What do we need to know? We need to know the make, the model, the color.
The color?
What a color.
I was just checking if they even said a color name because I don't think I can name this color. Can you name it?
You can definitely name it.
I will name the color. I will decide the color name.
Make, the model, the color, and of course the weight. That's what people seem to have the most fun with.
And this is a very exclusive model, which we found.
Very exclusive.
Tidying up the office today, we found this model.
And what a ripper.
It's brilliant.
No?
It's brilliant.
I love it. I think I love it more now.
I agree. Me too. Definitely love it more.
We've had a...
Let's see.
It's under turbine.
Wow. It's already... Yeah. The chat is already hot there.
It is a hot. We've got 1070, so we're going to have to grab over our...
scale.
Our technically advanced scales.
Did you... tune it today? Is it fully tuned?
It's tuned. Yeah, it's calibrated.
It's calibrated.
It's calibrated to perfection.
What do we use for calibration?
The car once a week.
Okay, very good.
With no context. All right, it's
0
turned
grams,
on, so that's a good start. We're not going to show people what it is, hopefully.
Oh,
all right. So
okay.
You and I know, and then as the guests change, it makes it awkward because they have no idea.
Okay, very good.
So we are going to have Kobe on today, and we are going to have Tony on today because we're doing Velodrome on Monday.
Oh, so
we had to have a velodrome.
We have to have a velodrome. I missed the last one, but I could not miss this one.
I could not miss this one.
Absolutely. So velodrome is on again, which is
something that Hearns has been bringing to the world. What for 3? It must be 3 years.
3 or 4 years now. Yeah, sometime. And as many events that Hearns has been doing throughout the years, this is one of the good traditional.
And what we love about it is that it's different every time. It has a different flavor. So last time. Tony put in really lots of hard work, and he built these massive ramps, right? And we managed to smash them apart literally in like 15 minutes, right? We put the X Max on there, and it was game over in no time. But we had ramps last time, We've got some high-speed car. We introduced the rocket car. A huge shout out to Tony P. Right,
he built the technology to make this rocket car.
From the inception, we said to him, "Hey Tony, look, we'd like to put rockets on this car."
And
he said,
then 24 hours later,
hold my beer, and pretty much here you go. He screwed.
Ready.
It was done. And
No
that
time.
manifold is still on the car. I don't want to jinx it. And we've probably fired it 9 or 12 times.
Even more, probably.
3 times last time. And last time it was in the wall. It was upside down. It was all sorts.
And we'll see what's going to happen this time.
Big things from you this time.
Absolutely.
We've also got the HR1, right? I mean, the rocket car always steals the show, but the HR1's very dear to us, right? So it's a buggy that we've conceptualized and we've made it our own. It's very successful, right? Back in Australia Day, January 26th, we took it to the track and we dominated, right? We smashed it.
Absolutely.
EP8. We did really well. This is a ready-to-run buggy, right?
It's a ready-to-run buggy that you in particular have been working on for a long time now. And it's a brilliant car. And so being a good buggy for a ready-to-run, race-worthy at the end.
Race-worthy.
But now it's also a GT converted buggy. So with a bunch of parts, you can convert this buggy into a GT in a few hours and then convert it back. So really, one platform suits two purposes.
Two purposes. And the GT conversion kits will be available again soon for the HR1.
For the HR1.
Yeah. So there's limited components that you actually have to change. There's nothing that you actually have to destroy or fundamentally change. I mean, you unscrew the shock towers and body mounts.
Yeah.
You screw on new ones. You change the shocks.
That's it. Done.
That's it.
Mostly done. Right? Get some different wheels. different body.
Boom. Let's go to the
and you've got a rocket car.
Bitty design, of course.
Absolutely. And this Bitty design body, we were just looking at this before. We're preparing. We've got 3 cars ready.
3 cars.
These Bitty design bodies are phenomenal,
aren't they? They're beautiful. They're functional, and
definitely
they're good to work with, and they can take a hit.
I tested it. The last time I was here, I had an accident.
We had the shock coming through the body, right?
Yeah.
But Master Joe took to it with the shoe goo, fixed it up, and off we go.
So
all right,
ready for that.
So what have we got on?
Well, we've got a bunch of comments there.
Your specialty trains. Well, Thunder Turbine is going to love this.
Right. Okay.
You might know Thunder Turbine's other name.
So
Giraffe.
Right. Right. Great. Okay.
Aston Martin DB2. It is not an Aston Martin DB2, but I like that they're thinking. Anthony Miller.
Probably the right.
Anthony guesses a lot of our cars.
Yeah.
He's really engaging.
It's probably the similar time period.
Well, you don't want to give it away. Oh. That's cool. I think it's cooler than James Bond.
I think so too. You
know?
Let's see.
Anyway,
so
what are we talking?
Let's talk about trains. So, well, let's start from the restock. Actually, this
is
NG7,
the Quarry Hunslet. This is the NG7, right? Narrow gauge 00.
Wow, you're prepared. So, meaning that
you know, trains is my strong suit, right?
I know, mine is too. So, I thought to bring this here because I arrived a few minutes ago, and it's very rare to actually see some of those in stock because they come in and disappear virtually before we even get to unbox them often enough.
They do, don't they?
And I thought to open one up.
Do you want to go to the overhead?
Let's go on the top camera because they have a fantastic level of detail, of course.
That's why I'm not allowed to touch them as a rule.
Yep. So that's why I'm here. Let's see.
There
we go. We're ready. Oof, we're touching it. So the idea of this, we spoke about those many times, really, but it's a all scale on, I guess,
narrow gauge
HR00 track.
Yeah,
just to simplify there's a lot more intricacy, but the idea is that you have a bigger train that runs on a space of a smaller layout, effectively.
Well, you can have tighter radius.
That's right.
Right, that makes the layout smaller, but you can still have all your 00 HO accessories.
Correct.
And scale.
Correct.
Or O, sorry.
Oh,
or your
exactly.
O. So huge. I'm going to get it wrong.
143. 143.5, I think.
143.5. So you can have all your 143 scale models. Die cast.
Yeah, that's right. So you see, the wheelbase, in a sense, is typical of HR00.
Yeah.
But the body is 143 scale, all scale.
Beautiful, huh?
And what it comes to there is much more realistic level of detail. As you can see, all the piping, even the instrument inside is probably impossible to see from camera.
All the valve work and everything, right?
Yeah,
we're going to have to go macro.
Let me see. Here we go.
Hope you washed your nails.
Yeah, I have.
Oof.
I have not. And it's got some lovely gold finishing, I guess, going to be. It's not actually gold.
Brass and copper.
Brass and copper. And as you can see, like the detailing, I was going to say that
It's a beautiful thing.
all the detailing at the front here.
Mm.
And as I said, we don't get those in stock quite often, but they tend to vanish very quickly. So these arrived literally an hour ago, and I stolen it from the box before.
The pesky customers take it, right?
Exactly correct. And oh, look at these 2 eyes. Here we go.
I think that's the technical word, 2 eyes.
Yeah.
I think it's probably so they can drive it back.
And there's a nose as well, actually.
I think it's probably so they can drive it in reverse, right? Look out the window.
Yeah, I think so.
I wouldn't know. I'm not a trained driver, but
no. But
if I was, I would definitely want to look out the back.
This is from Bachmann, narrow gauge, and
it's a sound fitted one.
This is sound fitted,
and the sound fitting is phenomenal.
Absolutely.
The little 009 sound. I can't believe how loud the volume is, right?
It is such a tiny speaker.
How rich the sound is. You would think a tiny speaker, but it's.
In the last couple of years, these trains have come a long way. Sound has been there for some time, but now they start fitting it into very, very small trains. And the smoke as well. So Hornby,
the smoke generated, right?
Have the smoke generators, which is really cool.
I should have plugged this in earlier.
You should have plugged.
We're going to go for a test drive,
but we're going to test drive the next one because the next one I think it's even more exciting.
I don't want to test drive that one because it's DCC.
Let me.
There's too many buttons for me. You know that.
Yeah. So we got on and off button on this one, but let me start with this one. These are Hornby. So again from England. So Bachmann and Hornby are both British, as everyone knows, and this is a traditional 00 from Hornby. I believe is a new release. Let me open this up.
This is a brand new release.
Here we go, brand new release.
This is a brand new release. This is called Locomotion Number 1.
So must be, and I'm not sure exactly, but must be new series, I guess.
Do you know how old it is? 200 years
1850,
old.
I was going to say.
No, 1825.
Oh, sorry. A few years
1825.
Wow.
I know all about this. It's one of my favorite trains.
Right. Okay.
So built in 1825, one of the oldest steam locomotives. It was the first locomotive to ever pull a passenger.
And
carriage.
Here are your passengers.
That's right.
They come in a little bag, so we've got little people.
And it's not that I took cheap notes, but we definitely worked on the Stockton and Darlington Railway.
Right.
Built by Robert Stephenson. That's the same guy that built the rocket.
The rocket, yes.
You know the rocket one?
Rocket, yeah, absolutely.
Infamous. Predates the rocket by 5 years. So 5 years before the rocket, this was a thing. Now, I did have a screwdriver.
And your screwdriver is here.
Still exists today as a public display. Underneath there should be a screw. You have to take the
so
screw
first
out.
we open this one, right?
Oh, you took it. Don't need the screw. Oh, I did it the other way. Radio. Still exists today. In 1828, its boiler exploded and was rebuilt. Apparently it killed like 3 people, but we gloss over that. It was good apart from that. Worked until 1850 before it was converted to a stationary engine.
Right.
It's considered very important to the town of Darlington, where it was originally worked, so much so that it appears on the coat of arms for that football club. So I had a few notes ready.
Well done, well prepared.
You know that I do love trains.
No, you read about trains every night. So let's...
And it works. Now, the trouble we're going to have here...
See the mechanism. I don't know whether everyone can see.
We're going to have to try and get it into the overhead.
Let's do that.
If I can
catch it.
I will be able to catch it.
Let's see. So we're first going to align it with the overhead, and then we're going to switch it. Okay. Coming. Here we go. Oh, okay. Okay, let's switch it to the overhead. So, all right. So let's zoom out a little bit, perhaps. There we go. Let's see. So there's a very complex mechanism running on top, up and down.
Yeah.
I don't know if you probably can't see it from either of the 2 cameras, but
we like it. I can see
we
it
love
from
it.
here.
I can steer this for a day.
No, have a look at that.
But this is incredible how
they made it work.
They made it work in such a small model. It's extremely fine.
And so far, it hasn't fallen apart.
No, because you haven't touched it yet.
That's right. That's why you notice that you did all the touching.
Yeah, so I'll take responsibility. But what we should do later on is actually do a reel on Instagram
of it motoring past.
Yes, because this is it's impressive. I didn't think that part would be actually functioning to this point.
How good is it?
And the beauty of home in the last few years, I've been doing these older models that are extremely fine. Much like when we go model kits, the World War I planes, they have all the rigging. and things like that.
So
These guys
all
also
that-
have that.
All that moves.
So as this goes up, this comes down. So there is that kind of piston effect, let's call it.
I reckon we get some reels on this, and we'll show the world.
Absolutely.
Show the world.
So
I'm not touching it.
shall I put it away for now?
Have to.
So I'm going to park this here for a second. We're going to probably play with this later.
Meanwhile, Thunder Turbine's at home having kittens, probably. He's getting very upset.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, no. So I'm going to park this away
Look at
while
this. We didn't break anything. Nothing come unplugged.
No, nothing
No
can plug.
disasters.
We
don't
lost
have
the
to-
plugs before. We've been searching for plugs for this all morning, but that's a different detail.
Well, you know I'm not a licensed operator,
No.
clearly.
Meanwhile, let's look at the car again. Do we have any more guesses? Oh, I think there is something there that it looks more familiar. Ferrari coupe.
Coupe.
I think someone
big
searched
meow.
our website.
Someone's been searching our website,
I
right?
think so too. But I think that's pretty correct.
Yep. You reckon it's pretty good?
I think so. But
So-
I like to see an Alfa Romeo to at some point.
An Alfa Romeo, we have to make one.
I'll probably have to make one.
9 steps, boss man. All right. Yeah.
I think-
Anthony wants to see an Alfa Romeo too, but it's not an Alfa Romeo.
You know,
Can confirm it is a Ferrari.
it is a Ferrari, and I think most of the details on that message were correct, right?
1953.
1953.
How do you pronounce it? You have the accent better than I.
Vignale.
Vignale. Coupe Vignale.
Vignale. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, there's a
We'll have a closer look at that
Absolutely.
later. But in the meantime, I've got another car for us to have a quick look at.
okay, so this one is
This
one of the
one-
first kits that we're talking about before. Very special, very exclusive
This is the only one in Australia.
currently. Yeah. So we
And
have
it is coming. It is coming next 3 to 6 weeks. Is that right?
something like that. Yeah, it should
I
be
think
coming
they
soon.
said so. It is coming. It is Australia bound, but this is one that Tamir Australia had on display.
And they gave us the opportunity to do, of course, an unboxing.
Yep.
And we will do a build.
So we have done a proper unboxing because we won't do it justice. Kobe did one. He
Absolutely,
did one. But I
definitely.
just wanted to show it to the what's in the box, right? This isn't an unboxing. This
This
is
is
more of
just
a
a
what's in the box
Overview.
So this is a classic. Well, classic. It's all brand new tooling.
Yeah.
1/24 from Tamir, and it is very much 1/24 curbside kit.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have full engine detail or anything like that, but this will be a new classic. And if you know anything about the old Supras, right? We sell Subarus,
Yeah.
we sell Skylines, and we sell Supras, right?
Absolutely.
They are the
These are
three
the three
most.
top.
If you don't have these in, we don't sell anything to me.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
so this will be like a future classic for sure.
Absolutely.
So the GR Supra, the GR stands for Gazoo
Gazoo
Racing,
Racing,
which is the
yeah.
performance arm of
Toyota.
Toyota, right?
Yeah.
They make all sorts of things. Here in Australia at the moment, we do have the GR Supra. We also have the
The
GR
Yaris.
Corolla and the Yaris,
Super cool, actually.
aren't they?
They are virtually race ready, you know, for some good fun on the
I
race.
like the Yaris and the Corolla, Nick,
Yeah.
because they actually like have sort of not comical, but they almost look like radio control
Yeah, yeah,
proportions,
true.
right?
Actually, very true. Because a lot wider.
They're a lot wider
Yeah,
and the squat stance,
definitely.
and they go like stink.
That's right. Right. So what do we got here? We got the front and rear bumpers.
Front and rear bumpers,
Now the plastic is extremely
window mask.
window masking.
That's not something that I'd expect to see in a
Yeah.
curbside kit.
I mean, again, the kits are getting more and more detailed as always.
What have we got in here? I shouldn't be in here. I'm not licensed to be in here. Oh, we've got the chrome
Yes.
stickers. If I can,
Get a bit closer. Let me see if I can zoom you in. There we go.
so we've got the chrome work,
Yep.
which is really good for the badges and the mirrors.
Ooh, have I messed it up? Yeah, wrong direction. There we go.
There we go. Look at that.
That's very
Look
nice.
at that. Beautiful. So it's not photo etch, but you wouldn't need it, right? Who wants to work with photo etch when you're doing this? I always get yelled at because the only sticker manufacturer I know is Cartograph.
I think it's the only one, probably. It seems like every model or every kit manufacturer
all the-
using them. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. Tamir, however, obviously use our own.
That's
Right.
right.
There'll be nothing wrong with Tamir decals over the time.
No, it's
And if
very.
you call them stickers,
no,
Kobe gets a bit emotional.
every model will
They're
get.
not stickers.
They're not stickers.
Look, even
What
the
are they?
dash instrumentation, water slide decals.
Oh, okay. Water slide. There's actually quite a bit of technique, jokes aside, to install or to attach these stickers. I think we've done a few videos on using different macroset, macrosol, and all this kind of products to install.
Products to really help. Here is the chassis or the You know what I mean? So we've got the chassis, the running gear.
Yep.
Probably got an exhaust system to put
the
underneath,
exhaust, going through,
which is really nice.
Wheel arches.
Got the chassis plate or the monocoque somewhat, I suppose. So really nice.
The seats on.
We've got some rims, wheel detail.
Very nice.
Steering rack, front K-frame. Looks like rear drive shafts. So some suspension componentry here. Just so crisp. I cannot even. The latest Tamiya molds are just amazing.
I mean, it's evolving and it's getting better and better and better, really.
And their instructions for somebody who's been making model kits for so long, they still include instructions for the newbie, for the first time.
Which is very important, because at the end,
not everybody's been building models for 100 years.
Exactly. Very traditional instruction. They're always very functional. Tamiya instruction, after all, they're very consistent, but yet they're extremely informative.
If anybody ever says a first-time model, I want to build a car, I always try and steer them to a Tamiya for a first one, just because the clarity and they're just concise and they fit really well.
Most of the time is a very straightforward build.
Beautiful body. Body shells in white, I like that because whatever color that you want to paint this, it's going to come through nice.
You won't have flexibility.
You won't have to use a white undercoat or whatnot.
Definitely.
So really like it. Big rubber tires, of course. Chrome wheels. Chrome work.
So you got some wheels in chrome, but also there were spokes on the other.
I'd say that it's probably like a trim panel that fits over the top.
That's very nice.
The plastics, windows. And of course, again, the Tamiya plastics is going to be absolutely next level. You can even see the rear demist.
Yes, incredible.
In the clear. Okay, it's not going to be like the same quality as Emma collections, right?
Of course not. But I mean, when you give this to the hand of a very good modeler, like we have Hyun display at the front cabinet.
Jack A, right?
Jack A.
He's the one who's going to build this for us.
It's hard to distinguish what's a racing kit and what's this. So what we do, we may call up Kobe. That is going to talk about the next one.
Yep. So
Shall I run out and catch Kobe?
If you run out, probably take your microphone off, because especially if you go in the toilet or something. We've had some
we'll do
uncomfortable moments with Tony.
Absolutely. All right. Let me go and find Kobe.
Thank you, Nick. I'll pack this away. Oh, the pressure's on. How are you guys? I'm not getting ready to turn the microphone down because I know Kobe's going to come in super excited. So what comments have we got there? Thunderblinds also run his Tate, and sounds and lights work like a charm. Oh, good to hear, mate. Really good to hear. 9 steps Ferrari coupe. Yeah, metallic bronze gloss, black roof on top. Absolutely. 2.2 kilos. No, I did say just no before, but it's definitely lower than 2.2 kilos. It's actually lower than, somebody say 1070. I think 1070 was a number I saw in the chat earlier. Sorry, but if I don't put this away nicely, Jack A, who's going to build this, will freak. He'll get all upset and emotional with me. Let me put this away. So let's have a little bit of a look. Here we go. Let's have a little bit of a closer look. Kobe's busy. What's happened?
Kobe is busy.
I didn't expect to see you back.
No, I'm not Kobe.
No, you're definitely not
Clearly
Kobe.
not. Anyway, he's coming. He's still finding his way.
I was just having a closer look at this beautiful Techno model car.
So this is Techno model. It's one of our 3, brands of racing kits.
Yes.
Also from Italy.
Definitely
and
from.
Very, very nice one, actually. So these guys are actually quite specialized in the older cars, where MR Collection and BBR tend to do most of the modern ones. Techno model is very strong into the older, there has some BD2 that we've done with them.
DB2, DB5s.
DB5s, exactly.
Californias.
Yeah.
Have a look at the spoked wheels.
It's a work of art.
That's all photo etch, right?
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
One by one.
And the metallic, like the metallic pigment.
It's quite nice, actually.
It's
very
quite
fine.
nice. It's so fine. Beautiful brownie color. Beautiful details there.
Yes.
The side exhaust, I'm assuming. Maybe just details.
Yep.
Back in the Art Deco era. Beautiful chrome trim on the side. Have a look at the spare tire under.
The belt.
with the belt on the parcel shelf.
Absolutely.
When do you think the last time a Ferrari came with a spare tire? It's probably this one, 1953.
Probably so.
I don't think Enzo would put them in anymore, right?
Too much weight.
Too much weight. It really is a fuel cap, right?
And its chrome finishing is very nice. So this is not, its model has been around for some time now, so it is very nice. So we've got Kobe.
Oh, hello.
Hello. I'll hand you over.
This is a beautiful car.
You gonna hand me over the mic?
Yeah.
Right.
Look at the front on that. It is gorgeous.
All right.
There we go. All right.
Swapsies. I'm getting in here.
We've got Kobe.
I'm coming.
We've got Kobe.
Where's the lid?
How
for
are
this
you,
one?
wild man?
Mate, I'm pretty good. I'm
Hey?
pretty good. How are you? How are you from last night?
I'm
You
fantastic.
holding up all right? That's good.
We just had Nick and I had a quick look. We didn't do an unboxing. Well, we took the lid off the
You took
box.
the lid off.
We,
Okay.
we don't know what's in there, but we do know it's a brand new release, an Australian exclusive.
It's the
From the
custom
Toy Fair.
version.
The custom version.
Yeah.
of
So it
the
has
GR.
like different spoked wheels and rims and everything.
You've
and
had in there a
carbon.
We've had a good poke around.
Yeah, I did a video.
Jack A's going to do it for us.
Jack A is apparently really bored in the office right now, so he wants us to entertain him.
He's not in the chat. He doesn't want to incriminate himself.
Oh my god.
Hey, he was in the chat last week,
What
wasn't
a
he?
sore little loser. That's right. Look at this.
What is this?
This is so exciting.
What is it?
It's a tank.
It is a tank.
It's a 1/35th scale tank. It's
Mhm.
French, so that
Oh,
they eat baguette.
what
And you get a little French guy in there as well. Maybe I'll give him a
about a
baguette.
Jerry?
Oh, you do as well. Yeah,
You
do
get a German in there as well?
You do get a German, but he's for the other version. Oh, he
So,
sits up
so
here.
tell me about this tank. So this here we have. I did say we got 2 exclusives from Tamiya.
Mm,
This is our second one.
absolutely.
So this is the H39 all new tooling,
All new tooling.
all new product.
Yeah.
Tell me about this tank.
It's a French light tank
Light
that
tank.
was developed in the 30s. So there was the H35, which had a
H35.
smaller engine,
Yep.
less horsepower, and it had a different type of chassis. And then the next version they built was the H39.
Yep.
And this was used alongside the B1 BIS, which was a really super heavy tank for the
Yep.
French at the time. It had like 2 big guns on it.
2 guns.
And that was why these things didn't go so well. They had like a max speed of 40 kilometers an hour, which is pretty good for a tank back then.
You reckon?
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
carries probably 2 people, a driver and a commander,
Mhm,
loader.
mhm.
Yeah, and you get a little figure in there. So a lot of history with this tank. It not only served in the French army, but also the German
German army.
up until
Why?
1945.
Well, that doesn't make sense that it serves in the German army.
So the Germans, well, that's what this stands for. Panzerkampfwagen 38H 735F for France.
France.
Yeah.
So they marched in there
Mhm.
and said,
I'm going to take these, and I'm
Let's-
going to take them
let's-
to the Eastern Front.
let's paint them German and call them our own.
And let's put a new cupola on it. Let's put a couple of different parts on a new engine deck.
There you go.
Yeah, so they used them. They had a shortage at that that part of the war.
Did
so
they?
yeah,
What happened to the others?
getting blown up in Kursk. And they also use these for training too. So
Training?
very versatile little tank.
So it comes in 2 lots of decals. Is that what you're saying?
It does. There's
Right.
not many decals that come with the tank, and a lot of people just paint them on anyway. So
Good instructions in this model.
yes, very clear. I was able to build it over 2 days, being interrupted by customers, and yeah, it was lovely.
So what are these called? Linked. What
Lincoln length.
Lincoln lengths.
And I've got a very special feature to show the viewers.
Yep.
So I'll take the model off the base and I'll show them what comes next.
Enough of me looking at it. Let's have a look at it because we
Alright.
did build it. You built this one like in 2 days. That's right. In
Yeah,
between
yeah.
doing everything else that you do.
I'll swap with you for a sec.
Don't
Oh.
stand in front of me like that. It's a bit confronting.
Oh, confronting.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a nice little pun. All right, so here's the built model. You have a turret that moves, and I was stupid and I glued the breech in, but it also usually moves side to side a lot more than that. So it moves up and down, side to side, and
Proposing.
yeah, and the turret on top also can be taken off,
Can it?
and you can see a little bit of the breech detail in there. Yeah, really lovely little kit. Now, Lincoln length tracks. I love them because obviously you've got all these tracks to paint, and it's going to get really difficult if you build it like this, and then you have to get in there with an airbrush or a brush and mask off and everything. So I'll just leave that there. You can pop the back wheel off.
As designed to come off.
I just do it like this. This is not, it's not really designed for this.
Oh,
but
this is how you build tanks.
Yeah, this is how I build a tank. Like that. So I have all all my driving systems put in place for it built up, and I can paint it separate, and I can get in there and put mud and everything. So yeah, you can get really nice paint under and behind where your tracks are, and you can focus on detailing these up separately. So I've left both of those like that.
And
then
they've got like detailed sag in there. You didn't put that in, did you? Sort of like...
No, that's how it comes when it's molded. So because it's Lincoln length, the bottom one is flat, and then the top one has the sag where the wheels go. But I think I put them on backwards. Yeah, they're just a little bit off. But that's okay. It still looks fine. It just didn't line up. I had to cut the top of the wheel off where it's supposed to lock in. I wasn't locked in, obviously. Not enough.
Now it's glued.
Now it's glued, but it's still fine. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference, really. It's just it didn't line up properly. Had to modify it a little bit, but there it is, and it just pops back in like that.
I love it.
When you're done. So
the H39.
H39,
an
everyone.
Australian exclusive.
It will be coming to Australia
next
soon.
3 to 6 weeks, they told us.
Oh, okay.
So it should be in the next shipment, the next Tamiya drop.
Actually, another little thing to touch on will be the figure.
You're not allowed to touch people.
He looks pretty good, doesn't
he? How do you
he?
know he's French?
Because he's wearing this little scarf.
Oh.
They're very fashionable in France.
Were they?
Coco Chanel designed this whole outfit. I'm pretty sure they're French. Anyway, he's got his little holster, but it builds up really weirdly.
Got his man bag.
He's got his man bag with the pistol that he tried to defend himself with before he surrendered. But yeah, got this one on a little base for the moment. And that's it there.
I love it. So you're going to paint it?
Yeah, of course. I'm
this.
hoping I can get some paint on it this afternoon, but we'll see what the time
See how
goes.
we go.
There you go.
Fantastic. And what other goodies have you got for us today?
What do I have? Not really much else. That's about it. I thought I'd just keep it
You
simple.
guys have been flat out. So we got Academy coming in, just dropped on the floor.
Oof.
Like the 10 cases of Academy.
Yep.
And we've got 30 cases of Bandai.
Bandai's back.
Bandai's back, baby.
Let's make the Instagram post. Everyone is fanging for some Bandai.
Yeah.
At the moment, and we've also had Bachman.
And Bachman to you too. Yeah, well, that's why we had the little trainer. I think.
How did it go?
MG7's back.
How did it go?
No, we run this one.
Oh,
we didn't run the other one. We didn't run the Bachman one because it's DCC. I'm not licensed to drive DCC.
Is it? I thought it was DCC ready.
I don't know.
Anyway,
saw sound fitted on it. So
well, if it is DC, we'll do it next week.
Make it so.
Make it so.
Make
All
it
right.
So.
Would you like me to go get Brenton?
Oh, Jack's here now. Look, sticking his little head up.
Oh, look. We might need to vote on what color is getting painted. Absolutely not.
Because you're set in ways.
Is he talking about my tank or the...
No, I think he's talking about his car.
His car. Okay, that's fine. Paint it white. Vanilla.
No.
Vanilla. Just like Jack. Vanilla.
Oh, it's beautiful, man.
What are we doing?
With a little bike.
Are we weighing this?
We're going to weigh the car.
Wait, do we want to show them? We need to tar it.
Absolutely. Let's tear it. Just a little bit. We're going to go to the overhead. And we've got another special guest to join us. 931 grams.
Whoa.
What do you reckon?
Whoa. That's kind of heavy.
You like it?
I do like it. It's a really lovely car. Did you talk about the nose and the shape of the nose? Because that's beautiful.
Isn't it?
Isn't it just so exquisite?
And talking about cars, do you want to take your mic off? Run out there and get TFG for me.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's get him in. He's got heaps to talk about. He's got heaps to talk about what we did last week.
So excited.
And what we're doing this week. He'll be beside himself.
Here we go.
Hey?
I'm gonna run off and get him.
You run off and get him.
Hold tight.
He'll come in, causing a ruckus. Let me put this aside here. Sorry, guys. We're having a quick studio. So, yeah, so 930 grams this car. Absolutely beautiful. Come on in, buddy.
No, I'm just going to stand here and make you sweat.
It is quite warm in here today, actually. It's quite humid.
Yeah, but you're always hot stuff.
It's quite humid.
I just love that. We looked at that this morning, didn't we? And I really liked it.
We did. That's not going to work out for you either.
No.
You're going to have to hold it.
But I'm aroused when you're holding me like that.
How have you been?
That's going to put people off.
How have you been?
Yeah, I've been good.
We've got Jack A watching. We've got Sharaf watching.
Yeah.
We've got Just Scotty's jumped in. That's fantastic.
Oh.
Just Scotty's asked, where's BJ? I don't know. We'll have to find him.
Yeah,
We can play a game.
we can make
Where's BJ?
a scavenger hunt. Where's BJ? We know, but we're not going to tell you.
That's right. You have to find out. All right. What did we do last week?
We went and played at Canucks
We went and played at Knox.
with my Hornet Weevo.
And
Finally,
I've got quite a
fat guts. No.
affinity. Well, that too, but quite an affinity with Knox. It was my first ever racetrack, my first ever club.
And we took
Place
my,
I call home.
we took my Hornet Uvo and we took the ice cream sundae doggy fighter.
We did. We certainly did. Can I have a quick slideshow
I don't know. Can
so
you?
the people at home
Here's one you prepared earlier.
look at
Oh,
this?
look at that.
Look at this. Is photos of your car. This is taken by Paul Mansell. He
Yes.
came out and gave us a hand. This is your Hornet Eva. That's the
There's the
dog
ice
fighter
cream sundae dog fighter.
with the pink tires on.
Yeah,
Hey?
because pink tires are the.
Oh, look at that. That's a great
Oh,
little photo, no?
Oh, how good is that?
Doing a wheel stand.
Yeah.
Hornets never did wheel stands.
No, I'm fairly sure.
Kicking up the dirt with the crappy factory
Yeah.
tires.
Yeah, they were shit, weren't they?
They were not fantastic. They're getting a bit of
Look at that.
airtime. Well, Paul
Oh.
bought one of his. He's got a classic sort of Riri tribute.
Yeah,
YZ
Masami
thing.
tribute thing.
Yep. That's before we got them dirty.
Yeah,
It almost looks comical with the 2.2
Yeah,
inch
it
blockhead,
does.
but it looks good. And
Yeah.
They so suit it. Those blockhead sweep tires are amazing. If you
Yeah.
need some, you know where to get them, guys.
they're out there on the wall.
So you actually put those on primarily because you're saving the race tires.
Saving the race
And by
tires.
the race tires, we mean the kit tires
the
that
kit
come in the
tires
box.
because I didn't want to use them up because I'm thinking not going to be easy to get replacement ones.
No.
So I'll save them. Although Mr. Solar kept making intimations that we won't be running the Hornets on the dirt.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
That could be
so
good.
It sounds like there might be a grass track in the
Yep.
future for
The Hornet Cup
Hornets,
and the Comicals.
because
and,
I think he's well aware that the standard tyres are going to be really crap. Man,
Well,
they've got some air.
that's going to be where the skill comes into actually driving one of these things, right?
Yeah,
And the Yokomo, the YZ 91,
yep.
was it?
Works 99.
The Works 91 was bloody amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Super Dog Fighter. It was just good and it was silky smooth. I mean, it didn't jump fantastic. We had the Coyote battery because it had the Coyote flag there.
Yep.
I mean, it didn't jump like a modern car, but everything else
Yep.
was really good. You know, yeah, it's a far better model. Definitely an evolution of the 870.
Yep.
A much better off-road capable car, and drives a lot more like a modern one.
Yeah.
Which is saying a lot considering it still is like, what, 30 years old?
Yeah.
Can we say
I
that?
seem to remember them working a lot better back in the day, but that's my memory.
And that's what are you comparing it to?
But yeah, and I suppose
A
then
hot shot?
yeah,
No? Imagine
No,
driving a
I
hot
wouldn't-
shot around.
I would have been running a Boss Cat back then, I think.
Yeah, well, you would have DNF'd a lot.
No,
No?
no,
No, you had the Boss Cat going good?
My Boss Cat was good.
Fantastic. A nice
Here we
little,
go.
look at us go. Slideshows.
Yeah, I know. It's just like this is almost semi-professional. But
Talking about-
let's bring it down.
Talking
a notch.
about semis,
yeah, which is the best I can do these days.
I've got a pill for that. Well, I don't know.
So have I. Well, I
What?
can borrow some of mine. I know what that is.
What am I holding?
Oh, you're holding that.
I'm holding that. The HR1.
HR1.
Now, Nick and I touched on this before. This is buggy. This was a buggy a couple of weeks ago.
This is that's the
We've
thing
just-
I've been working on the last few days.
That's right. Have a look at it. It's got the bigger design body. This is
This is
pretty
the
much
buggy that Tristan drove to success.
at the EMC.
Yes.
No, Eagle Point.
No,
The Eagle Point.
Eagle Point.
The Eagle Point trophy. What do they call it? Eagle Point
Point,
Classic.
I don't
I
know.
can't remember.
And then you gave it to me and said,
I stuck this under your nose.
change everything again. So I had to change the chassis, change all the suspension and everything, and convert using.
No,
the,
you don't. The only reason you change the chassis is because the Velodrome molds the chassis.
Yeah.
So the Velodrome chassis has been quite worn,
Yes.
and it's not actually any different on the GT.
Yeah. It's the same.
If it wasn't changing the chassis, like me being anal, can I say anal?
Yeah, you can. You just did.
Me being anal, we just run the same chassis, change the shock towers, change
Yeah.
the shocks, put the little arm extenders on, and
Yeah.
you're done.
Yeah.
But I make it 10 times more difficult, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Did I mention you were a pain in the ass?
but that way, after the Velodrome, I can strip it, rebuild it, and then get it back ready for off-road.
It was a bit weird this afternoon when we noticed that the camber links were a little
little
out,
off, but that's all right.
Now we'll fix that.
Quick adjustment there, and we
Yeah.
are good to go.
So they're good. So this will be a 4S this time.
4S, 26 tooth pinion. We'll go on the overhead.
Yeah.
It's nice going onto overhead on 8 scale because you can actually see stuff.
I heard a rumor that Nick was going to be driving this because he said to me, make it fast.
There's not much that Nick won't drive, I don't think.
Yeah. He won't be driving my car.
Well, that's right, because Timmy will be driving it.
Timmy will be driving mine.
But yeah, so we've got the 27 tooth Aeromax pin. You've got the 9 steps 4S. It's going to be plenty.
Yep.
Apart from that, it's all.
You had more S's in it last time.
We had 6S.
You had 6.
But it was thermally. And the reason that I don't have 6S is because it's in the HB.
Yeah.
Let's get to the HB.
Let's get the HB. HB's down there.
Let's get the HB. Because I've got them all.
I know.
I've got them all.
But we'll leave the most important.
I'm not going to take the body off that. We've all seen the
HB.
Look at this. What a weapon. I love this. Another Biddy Design GT8 body. This one here is the AR8 GT3. Really, really cool. This one raced competitively at a circuit race in Queensland or New South Wales.
Did it?
Yeah, Stephen Cornell run that, hence the bodywork.
Yep.
When the boys in New South Wales had it and having a play with it. So that did last velo. That's coming back again. This has got the 6S in it.
That was a weapon,
isn't it? It just circulates.
It just circulates at 1 billion miles an hour.
It just makes
trouble.
Makes it look easy.
Yeah.
Even for me, which is saying something.
Yeah, because you're crap. Now's the important car, the one that we all love, for very many reasons.
Very many reasons, and the first reason. Oh.
Stop.
Panda time.
Panda time.
That's right. So a tribute to Willie Chain because he loved the velodrome.
He loved the velodrome.
He loved the velodrome. So yeah, the rocket car. It's back.
It's back.
The FSR Model GT.
Yeah, which are a brilliant car. I've got one.
For value for money, right?
It comes out only for velo. I never touch it apart from that.
Where else are you going to drive an RC car 130 kilometers an hour?
And every time I just bring it out, put it on the track, and it goes.
And it goes. So this is cool. Looking forward to getting this out. Obviously got the Biddy Design, beautiful NASCAR
Camaro.
Yeah, beautifully painted by you, of course, and still holding up. And this thing's had a few tumbles with its rocket assistance.
Rocket.
Hey,
we all know that
there's
it
not
doesn't
many
actually make it go any quicker.
There's not.
But it's so cool.
I wouldn't say in a lap time it doesn't make it quicker, but it does add to the spectacle. It's like no other RC car, right? Tony P designed and engineered that.
Yeah, still going strong.
And it works. And it just works well. It's a bit of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty agricultural the way but that's how you wire it up to the igniters. It's not really, you don't need anything flash.
Yeah.
Maybe
would they just get twisted onto the igniters?
Yeah, I might come up with something to make it a little bit cleaner.
XT90. Well, when it's done nice, but we don't have the rockets in there, and we definitely don't have them hooked up.
Yeah.
The last thing imagine it in the boot of your car, just going off or something. It could create a scene, like where the fire brigade would come and your car.
And you'll get in trouble, and they'll bend you over their knees and spank you again.
Well, it is Friday.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I'm going out tonight.
Fantastic.
There we go. So that'll be in action on Monday. It's Monday morning. This velodrome is actually.
Don't let me forget to take the key today.
Yeah,
Monday morning, 9 a.m. Coburg Velodrome, Charles Street, Coburg. Hearns Hobby.
Doesn't cost you any money to come in.
No, and you can run what you brung.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything special.
It doesn't have to be.
This is a really low key thing. It's more just a test and tune
like a great day, right? And I'm going to bring the barbie. We're going to have a sausage sizzle. It's going to be free of charge. Just come down. The weather's looking beautiful here in Melbourne.
Yep.
A big shout out to our Queensland brethren doing it tough. Look after yourself, guys.
It's going to be, I think, 30 degrees and sunny. So
when?
But on Monday. So, but we'll be out there in the morning. So
we're there in the morning.
So bad.
No, we're going to fire at the barbie at 12, and we're going to be out of there by
about
12:31.
Yeah, we don't want to be there all day. So if you've got other things to do, you can do it in the afternoon. You might want to go to Keilor. The Keilor Off-Road Invitational is on this weekend. That's 2 days of the best drivers.
And I would say it's the biggest race outside of the Nationals.
Yeah, it is.
Because there's elite drivers are invited from all over Australia.
Yep.
To represent their clubs or themselves or whatever, and come in there in the invite class. And then you've got the open classes for the plebs and the mere mortals who are racing. And if you happen to win the open class, you get an invite for the next year.
Next
right?
year into the top class. Unfortunately,
every year the invite changes. It's not the
Yeah.
same people every year.
Yeah.
So it's really good. It's a really good format. It's a really good formula. It's really big for the Kilo Club, your home club.
My home club.
I'm going to call past Sunday morning and shake a few hands and kiss a few babies.
Oh, I thought you were going to say kiss something else for a minute, but no. Well,
when is it Friday?
We'll see how it goes.
will.
Unfortunately, we'll be losing. There's quite a few drivers who, based in Queensland, who can't get down here.
Yeah.
Geno's not coming. Chris Sturdy's not coming. I think there's 5 of them that now have just said they can't get down here. The flights have been cancelled. So that kind of sucks.
All right. Well, I'm going to have a quick look here. So we got Ned's Ferrari Coupe 1953. We got Stephen G walked in. Retro
Rob works 91.
He's about to pull the trigger. And you can bring it with you to the velodrome. I can bring it, Rob. I will bring it to the velodrome with me. I've got the car here today. I will bring it home today. I will bring it to the velodrome on Monday for you, Rob. 100%.
Because we won't respect you unless you bowl. Actually, I still won't respect him.
I drove his car at VB2.
Did you?
He let me drive his car, and I didn't snap it in half. Original dogfighter.
Yeah.
It needs to say more people need to get their Hornet Evos for the Bash 4. Yeah, get people. They're fun to build. They're fun to build.
We've sold 40 of them.
We've sold 40 or 50. You know something about the Hornet Evo is it's not crap. It's not rubbish. The original Hornet.
Realistically,
it's crap.
It was shit.
It's crap now. If you build one now and try and play it, go, well, this is crap.
Yeah.
But the Hornet Evo, it is not. It's got 4 oil-filled shocks. It comes ball raced. It's got proper steering and geometry.
Yep.
It's got new front arms with much better suspension capabilities.
Much wider front arms.
Independent rear end.
Yep.
Yes, it's not a competition race car, but it circulates well.
The only thing I found wanting was I built ours out of the kit, of course, and the stock shock oil is
and
way
springs.
The springs I can't change, but the shock oil, it needs to go up. It was like dishwater. It was woefully underdamped.
It's woefully underdamped, but also the springs are really rather soft, right? So you're going to find the limitations of the oil with this. But anyway, it doesn't stop you. Just get one for $289 if you can find one. I know we might have one or two left.
1 or 2 left, I think.
That's, if you
I'm
can
tempted
find
to
one,
buy another one.
do yourself a favor, get a Hornet Evo and have some fun with RC. There should be more on the track. There's no reason why there's not.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's like 4 or 5 heats of them at the Bash.
Do you know the most heartwarming thing I've seen in RC lately? Is when we were leaving Knox on Saturday. When we were leaving Knox on Saturday, there was 2 kids and a dad rocked up, right? And they had a couple of grasshoppers. And grasshoppers are probably the next level crapper than a Hornet.
Yeah.
But these kids were having a blast, right?
Yep.
And it's just the fun and the very grassroots of RC.
It was,
and they were there having fun.
So many of us started, and I look at those kids and go, "Wow."
Well,
that's like I used to be, except I was much, much fatter and older.
Yeah, that's right. So it's really good to see. So we need to get the kids at the clubs. We need to get newbies into the hobby. And the Hornet Evo is a perfect way to do it.
It's a fine thing.
Fantastic, guys. Let's wrap this one up, TFJ.
What have we
Yeah, Jeffy Biggs nailed it.
Biggsy nailed it.
He nailed it. Well, I think he Googled it or AI'd it. GBT'd it.
Yeah, I think you might have too.
Because he knew everything about it. Congratulations, Jeff.
No, I would suggest that Jeff went on our website and probably found it.
It's a bloody ripper. 1953.
Vignale. Vignale is a famous Italian design house. Now owned by Ford.
Is it?
Yes.
Because it looks like it's got Pininfarina on the side, but I wouldn't know. Or does it say Vignale?
That says Vignale.
Okay.
No, very famous Italian design house, taken over by Ford.
Pininfarina did do a lot for Ferrari.
Yes, yeah. I think all the major Bertone also did it.
Yeah.
So they've all done. Ferrari was a bit of a slut, really. They'd give anyone some work. But
Enzo's coming for you, mate.
I can take him.
Fantastic, guys. That has been episode 250. Thank you for joining us.
With a special guest, Nick.
Nick, for special guest, episode 250, right?
I know. I mean, do we have to pay him for that? Oh, hang on. No,
I don't know.
That'd be just him paying himself, wouldn't it?
I'm Brett from Hearns.
I'm Tony from Hearns.
See you Monday at the Velodrome.
Oh, yeah.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.